dear Gemini. This is a love reading, a prediction for Taurus season, April 19 to May 20, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you all listen to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Aries season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Majestic Earth Tarot, Storm and Wonder by HILDEGARD HINKEL. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see Temperance card together with Nine of Trees. Both of this are Sagittarius energy, and it seems like you have been through a lot, Gemini, and that you have been kind of weathered with what you have been through, and this has sparked a spiritual growth with you. So it's kind of beautiful. It's not fun to have been forced to cover oneself with ice, maybe to protect oneself, but the outcome anyway is spiritual growth. So taking in unknown parts of you as well. So I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Steward of Trees together with Nine of Trees. So the Steward of Trees is great in that way that it helps you through those kind of things, because it's your hope, it's what keeps you up, it's your dreams, it's what keeps you going, and it's your kind of the divine backing you up, sending you like, yeah, continue, just swim a little bit more, you will soon be at the shore. And yeah, you swim and you swim and eventually you came to the shore, but like an icicle. Okay, so Nine of Wands is when you protect yourself from others. You put yourself in a protective state with almost a protective bubble around you. You don't want more of the heartache and sorrows and challenges, so you're putting an end to it, or boundaries. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Eight of Clouds. We can see the Nine of Trees is the significator. So it shows that you're very strong now because of what you have been through challenge-wise. With the Eight of Clouds, you might be rethinking about the things you have been through so much that it actually hurts your future. So you don't want to think about what has happened that was negative. When you do think, write it down. You can write it down and, you know, get it off your chest, and maybe even put fire to that paper if that feels releasing for you. And then you can also feel the feelings that this ash cloud has brought up, and stay with those feelings, because attention is healing. And when you are done with this a little bit mindfulness exercise, you can take the universal vacuum cleaner and just clean through all the places that still feels out of whack, or still feels hurt or saddened or full of pain. So you just clean it out. And when you think about things repetitively, it usually wants your attention because it's something which you need to solve. This is Hermit, and this is connected to the Hermit. This is connected to the Strength card, 8-9. So it shows that you might need to take this time to go through what has been, but not in a way, oh, I was so victimized. More that, what have I learned from this? What have I learned? So next time when I'm in this situation, what am I going to do? So don't let this become an unsolvable problem, like putting into writing in your soul book, I will never be in this situation again. I will never love again because it's hell is other people, or I will never do this, or I will never do that. Don't do that, because it's soul contract, and you will have to work to change those contracts. So instead say, okay, next time I'm in this situation, this is how I'm going to act. And those things, you don't have to burn them up. You can actually have them as a list what to do if I'm in this situation again. And you can go back and you will see your old wisdom, and you can follow your plan here to do exactly that. Because sometimes when we are back in the same situation, we get, oh, they are so cute, I can't put a boundary here, then maybe I never see them again, and you can become wishy-washy. So it's good to have a game plan. Okay, so I've forgotten where I were, but I say 6 elements. I call the 6 elements, and we have the creature of trees together with 9 of trees. So this is Aries energy, this is Sagittarius energy. It might be that you have been dealing with a fire sign before, and from this you have learned to become more strong, more resilient. You have been able to take better care of yourself and the people that you are responsible to protect. It shows a certain dignity, self-respect, things like this. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Gemini viewers. So I want my dear Geminis to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it was just done there. I will just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation in Taurus season, Gemini. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's a 5 of stone. So you're really in a certain place right now where you feel very hurt. Okay, the world has kind of chewed you up and spit you out. So that's how you are feeling, and you have asked the divine for help, and they want to help you, but to help you, you need to help yourself as well to break the chain of this. Don't let it become like a pity party. Okay, try to stay strong. Know that you still have yourself and take care of that self that you have. And this is the old bottom of the deck and the steward of clouds. So here you kind of did something brave. You stood up for yourself. You waved your sword. You said enough is enough in some way. And maybe you didn't get the reaction you wanted. Maybe you wanted to, rage a little bit, and finally a person would understand you and love you, but instead it might have turned sour, okay, or turned south. So it was kind of a proof that they were never really there for you. Okay, so when you finally put words to it, they weren't able to say that they're sorry. They weren't able to say, okay, I understand you, I will change, I will make this effort for you. They just, I don't care. I don't care. So that's harsh. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, and this is the situation itself, and this is what's on their mind about you. This is your feelings, intentions towards them, and this is the bond between you two. This is their feelings and intentions towards you, and this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome for this situation, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation card, and it's the 10 of clouds. So I feel they really betrayed you. They really did something which might have been like the last nail in the coffin for this relationship. Either it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, family, or otherwise more professional relationship. They really did a number on you, and it might not be the first time. 10 is connected to the Wheel of Fortune, which shows karmic cycle, bigger karmic cycles. So not particularly funny there. And this is what's on your mind about them. and we have the aurora. So you really hope that they will transform, that they will evolve, and that you're kind of left this person over to the divine and said, do what you wilt with this person. I couldn't help them, I couldn't wake them, I couldn't shake them up to love. So now it's your problem, basically. And the aurora, it's Earth has a protective magnetic field, which I feel is actually holding our memories together with the big oceans. So it's kind of the awareness of Earth, and we are part of that awareness, or her soul. And here's the sun's ray hitting it. So the sun is almost, it's like God, or God in this case. It's the sun's rays have a lot of evolutionary energy. It can change your DNA. It can give you new updates, new information. So, and the crash between those two is this aurora. So you have really left it up to the divine to fix them and to let them go through this DNA change or big evolution, which you hope will happen to them. And this is what's on their mind about you. And we have the spirit of trees here. So I'm feeling two things here. First, they are a little bit surprised by the recent chain of events where you might have been standing up for yourself and putting yourself in a very safe and kind of luscious position. And that's a position that they want to keep. So I feel like they're a little bit prideful. It came the same kind of energy for Virgo, which I did just now. But then they had, this is Leo, King of Wands, but they had Six of Wands, which is Leo in Jupiter. So it's a power struggle from their end. It's not about being close to you or intimate with you or whisper sweet nothingness in your ear and, you know, bowing for you and doing everything for you as you want to do for them. It's more about being on top a little bit here. But, yeah, okay, so I want to take an oracle card for that spirit of trees there to see a little bit more what's on their mind. Yes, elevator, rise above. I felt this too, that they actually kind of know that they need to evolve, or that the pain from this 10 of clouds, which is affecting them too, is they want to lift themselves up from this situation. And they might also feel very unfairly treated, but we can't really understand another person until we have walked a mile in their shoes. So they're trying to evolve themselves so they will get rid of the pain. But I think the pain itself can be the answer many times. We need to go into it and see what it wants to tell us, because it's like the instrument panel on a car or an airplane. You don't want to ignore it when it gives you certain alarms. So you have figured out the buttons and levels to press to manifest the experience you desire in your life. You're elevating to a level of mastery, skill, and success. With each new level, you're rising in awareness, wisdom, power, and stature. With this raise comes responsibility. In order to remain grounded as you grow, keep the KISS method in mind. Keep it simple, sweetie. Some people sabotage their success at this point because they fear it may be lonely at the top. You can avoid this scenario by allowing "as I'm lifted, all are lifted" to be your mantra. I am moving up in the world and I grow and glow from glory to greater glory. So what I feel is that this person might have misunderstood a little bit the point here, but it's fine. They're just going to go in a little bit of a detour. So they feel like they can elevate themselves and rise above this situation, that the pain from your situation that you have together, they don't want to be touched by it. But I think it will turn out in the best way anyway. This is just a stage which they need to go through, They are still on this part of spiritual growth. They just need to kind of distance themselves from you at this point, and they want to distance themselves from their pain, and they want to save themselves from the effect of what have been going down. So they don't want to have the consequences of what just happened. So that's what I'm feeling there. Okay, so this is the bond between you two, and we have a 6 of stone. So it might be that you have created a very warm atmosphere for them, or a place of home, or both of you have in many ways done this. Even if it was certain things that was very negative, there were also certain things that were very positive. The danger with the 6 of stone is that sometimes it can be one way, like this person provides the home, and the other person kind of comes and enjoys it but doesn't add to it, just goes away again. So it can be a little bit like this, a little bit unequal, like one person giving another person money, but they never get support or money from that other person. So what we need to work on in this relationship seems to be equality. And this is your feelings and intentions towards them. And we have the High Priestess, so that's a clear boundary. It's a person, you, having a lot of self-respect and know your value now. So you're not going to do this anymore, to overgive or to be overly nice in a situation. You know that you are also worth to have it back, that there should be balance. So you are kind of enjoying your own life now with a lot of spiritual growth and connection with the divine, and making like a beautiful home for yourself inside of yourself, while you're kind of waiting for the world to evolve to a point where it will be easier to have these kind of relationships, when people are not in this power struggle anymore, but actually trying to better themselves for the great of all humanity, and not only for themselves. And this is their feelings and intentions. And we have the Chariot here, so they're really on this little bit of ego trip, where they want to take control over their life. They never want to feel sadness, they don't want to feel sorrow, they want to keep their aeroplane or their car going, but failing to see the oil lamp maybe. So that will be something that they will have to deal with later on. But for now, they're just trying to lift themselves above and not feel this, and not have the consequences of this pain. So they are looking out for themselves and taking care of themselves, and patting themselves on the shoulder, telling themselves that it's probably your fault and they are not to blame. Okay. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. So I guess you still show them love. This is very gracious of you. Or you might be very dramatic in your expression towards them, but there's a lot of love still here. And you're trying to refocus this love onto yourself, and onto, I probably told this to you, or maybe to Virgo, that Earth's memory is stored in the magnetic field and in the ocean. So it seems like you're deep diving into maybe old memories, reconnecting with Earth, reconnecting with spirit, and you have a lot of love to give them, but I think it's just like there. It's not like you're putting the wave of emotions over them. Maybe you do. Maybe you call them up frequently and saying, hey, I want you back. I miss you so much. Don't go, which would add to this their very egocentric posture. So try to not do that. Focus more on your spirituality, on your connection with the divine, on your connection with yourself, on the depths of yourself, on the depths of you, your soul, and try to go through a big cleansing and take really good care of yourself. Purify your home, your body, your soul. Become grateful for small beautiful things that can make you happy. Gratefulness is a beautiful frequency that will render happiness. So try to just focus on good things and don't crawl for this person, because here I see you don't want to, but it might be that something inside of you just takes over and wants to, you know, reach out and fix everything as it was before. And I would advise to not do that. But we'll see what the divine is advising here. House, home. Come home to the residence of your soul resonance. So it kind of says the same thing I just told you. House, home. I need to know also the the order of letters. It's eluding me. It's between these pages here somewhere. There, okay. Yes. Drop your bags and all your worldly armor at the door. It's time for you to come home to your true identity, the place where you are enveloped by unconditional love and acceptance. Think of yourself as the adventurous angel who has traveled long and far. Perhaps you're a bit homesick for heaven, longing for the environment that matches your deep sense of authenticity and connection. The more you incorporate the authentic expression of your soul's essence into your physical life, the more this place called Earth will bear a resemblance to the place from whence you came, which is not far. It's just there. There's no place like home, so I carry home with me wherever I roam. So I will actually read the water card for you as well. It's extra for this deck. There's 2 star cards, 2 hangman cards, 2 moon card, and also 5 elemental cards. And I'll read the water element for you. There. The ocean responds to the pull of deep currents, the tug of the innermost self. Waves lift and fall like emotions on the surface, while the tide sets a rhythmic course, coming and going, a reminder that all things have their time. From water flows sensitivity, intuition, and responsiveness to navigate life's tides. The ocean spread over the world symbolize interconnectedness. Enjoyment, laughter, and pleasure springs from meaningful connection. Water represents love, companionship, and understanding, as well as the search for, or loss of, such feeling of kinship and belonging. The element water infuses life with hope, intimacy, and healing. So what I'm feeling here, that you are not afraid to look at your oil lamp. So this is what you will be doing to clean out your home and making your body and your feelings habitable, so that you can be happy whatever circumstances you are in. So it's very beautiful, very purifying. Okay. So this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you, and it's the 8 of water. So still this pride posture of walking away. Might be that you're dealing with the Leo 8 is connected to strength, and we have spirit of trees here. It doesn't have to be like that. This is also Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Cancer energy there. So it just shows that this person feels like you are the one that did the wrong thing. You did something that kind of made you pariah for them in some way. And it might just have been that you didn't worship the ground that they walked on anymore. And they just, to hell with it. Fuck it, I do what I want, is what I'm hearing. So that's not person that you can really come close to at this time, or to negotiate with, or they wouldn't be responding to any kind of love, even if they still feel the love, but they want to be celebrated, they want to be elevated, they want to be treated in a certain special kind of way. And that's not for you right now. For you, it's about giving yourself that treatment instead, which they wish to have from you, you give to yourself. Okay. And this is the outcome. And here we have the element of fire. So water, fire is very passionate here. So I'll read this fire elemental card for you. Fire. I'm hearing a song about fire. See if I find it. If I find it, I'll put it in the description box for you. The trees of the forest grow and die, compost and thrive, illustrating the cycle of creation. Fire symbolizes this primal spark, this cyclical life energy. Fire animates life with activity and purpose. Trees are the fuel for this excitement and motion of fire. The element is dynamic, lightning, ambition, originality, and one's calling. Trees are the kindling for fire's expressive, enterprising, and inventive nature. So it's almost like the fire. The wood is your body, the fire is your soul. They provide the substance needed to manifest creativity in the world. Fire's radiant heat can be warm and expansive, illuminating that creativity, or hot and consuming, igniting passions. So there's some kind of very wild passion here with this relationship, but I don't know if it's only come from you or if it's with the other person too, because they seem to have their back turned towards this situation. But I will see the outcome. So free yourself and trust. So they seem to be in this game of taking back control over their life, and they lack trust of you in this situation. Might be that they did this to themselves, like that you couldn't trust them, so you had to do something about this situation, and now they don't trust you. And they have this as a survival skill, I would think, to maybe always walk away from situations that they feel are beneath them. And that doesn't mean that they treat other people in the same way. But for now, I don't see this person really engaging themselves much in your relationship. And therefore, you need to put all this energy into yourself and your spiritual growth. That will maybe attract another kind of energy to your life that will also be able to see you and not just themselves. And whenever we change something inside of ourselves and make ourselves to accept ourselves, this is a lot about self-acceptance, to accept the emotions that comes, accept what you feel, what you want, your dreams, accept everything. Just it's me, it's what I am. So just take this time to just let yourself be you, and this will reprogram you to a certain extent to maybe attract other types of people, but also other sides of this person. So if this is a family member, it's hard to get rid of them. When you change, they will eventually change too. It's a certain momentum. All the way that you have showed yourself to the world will continue going like this, like the wheel of the chariot. But when you change, eventually it will start to do something else here, maybe turn back or go in another direction. So the momentum it takes, it's like steering a big ship into a new direction. So first, you won't get, at this time on earth, you won't get immediate gratification. It will be a slow process to change this, but you need to change your programming by starting to love yourself and put a lot of energy onto yourself and what you want to do, instead of wishing more energy over this person that already wishes so much energy over themselves. So they attract this because they think that they are the center of the universe, so they make you believe that it's true. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to support my channel, you can do so not only by watching, but also by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my videos. You can also click my ads or watch them for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is keeping my humble revenue up, so I can still free up time to make content for you on this channel. And I want to thank you so much in advance. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful and loving viewers, and your amazing comments makes me feel like we are all one. And until next time, I want you to take really good care and stay blessed. Okay, bye-bye.